In my last video, I talked about trusting and having faith that the universe, God, will provide for you. And I wanted to follow that up a little bit because I had even more inspiration detail given to me on this. The quality, the kind of faith, and the quality of faith that it needs to be in order for you to, for us to live the way that we're divinely meant to live, where the universe provides for what we need. And yeah, so it's the kind of faith, it's the same kind of faith that you have, and it's not a huge effort, okay? It does not require a lot of efforting. It's just a knowing and a trusting, the same way that you do, that you just take for granted, that we all take for granted, that there is going to be air to breathe with our next breath. It's that same kind of trust and faith that my next breath will provide me, or that the universe will provide me with my next breath. And do we know that for sure? No. We don't really absolutely know that for sure. But we trust. We're not worried about where our next breath is coming from, right? We're not worried about that. It's involuntary. We don't even have to think about it. It's just a given that my next breath is coming. It's coming. I don't even have to wonder when it's coming. I just know it's gonna come at the right time. And it's that kind of effortless. I want to say effortless because I just want to say how simple it is. And I know Jesus taught that if you have the faith the size of the the size of a grain of a mustard seed, really, really tiny, even if you have like that size faith, that it can move mountains. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm trying to say, is that it doesn't have to be a huge amount of faith, and and the quality of it, like the quality of it is just that innocent surrendering to trusting that that next breath is coming, that you're going to be able to breathe in life once more. Okay? And another way you can look at it, well, first of all, I want to say that the movie Signs, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. I love that movie, and there's so many lessons jam-packed in there. But I want to say, like, Mel Gibson's character really struggled with his faith, and he he had a real struggle with it, and his son had asthma, and something happened, and he had an asthma flare, asthma attack, and the EpiPen needed to be used and all that. But in this one scene, Mel Gibson's character, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the character's name, he is sitting there with his son on the lawn of their front yard after a huge, crazy thing that's been happening to their community and family and to the world. And he's sitting there and he's just, he stabs his son's leg with the EpiPen. And then the others in the family are freaking out because they're not sure if it's going to work and if his son is going to have his next breath. Okay? But he just finds himself in that moment, and now that faith that he once had, that he knew, he was so certain of, the breath of life kind of faith, he found himself struggling to get that faith back for his son, that his son was going to take another breath, and then he was going to be okay. I can relate. I really can relate to this because I have 6 children. 5 of them have had asthma. 2 of them have had it where it has been life-threatening at times, and so I can relate. I can relate, and I love that scene because the father, Mel Gibson, he comes back to his core belief in his personal faith that yes, there will be air, it's going to be provided, everything is going to be okay. And yeah, anyway, I like that. I just want to throw that in there. But the other thing I wanted to say, which is a similar kind of faith, which is still somewhat like knowing that your next breath is going to be there. A similar kind of faith is just knowing that the sun is going to come up, right? We don't have to, we really don't find ourselves wondering whether or not the sun is going to come up the next, tomorrow, right? No, we don't concern ourselves with that. We just trust. We just trust that when we wake up, the sun is there, right? It's that same kind of quality of faith that we need to have for allowing ourselves to receive the gifts and the nurturing and the care that Jesus was talking about, that is given freely to the animals and to nature. We are part of that. We are part of that. And so we've been programmed to not believe that way. Okay, we've been programmed, we've been disillusioned to take us away from our natural ability to believe that everything was going to be provided for us, because we believed that when we were babies, because we couldn't do anything for ourselves and everyone else provided for us. Yes. So, and who was providing for them? You know, like, we do the things that we need to do with the you know, like the animals, we work on instinct, we work on inspiration. We don't have to make it a big, huge project every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just need to trust that next breath is coming, and that next sunrise is going to be there, and then that we are going to have all of our needs met. We just need to start trusting that with the same quality, the same amount of efforting, which is basically almost null, almost zero, right? We just have to shift. We have to reprogram ourselves we have to unprogram ourselves the way we've been programmed, and we have to reprogram ourselves, go back to what's natural, what we feel naturally, that everything is right here when we need it. Okay? That's all I want to say. I just wanted to talk about that, the kind of faith and trust, and the quality of it, and the feeling that it should not be a great effort. Okay. All right. That was it. Bye.